Fight for the Iron Kingdoms as a warcaster. Take control of the mighty jacks, arcane devices, and dark sorceries to bring the fight to the War Machine Hub on beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsung Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to Surviving Eden. We've got a new show here and we're having a look at the game of Eden. So I'm joined by Mohammed and Friedrich from Happy Games Factory, and we're going to be having a look at how you're going to survive in this post-apocalyptic nightmare of a world. Guys, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming across all the way from France.
Yeah.
So,
Nice to see you.
let's get stuck in. What is the world of Eden about? What has happened? Why the hell is everybody running around in loincloths and tin pots? What happened?
Well, first of all, Eden is set in Europe, so it's really close to us, and we try to create a world people will recognize a little, but obviously, like you said, everything went to the dogs, and a big war broke many years ago, and when the game starts, if you want, you have many factions that have appeared in the world, different ones, each one with a certain outlook on what happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, from what I've seen, everybody has just broke down into tribal factions, you know, and the core survival ethos of each has sort of built in such differences to the factions. So you have some like, well, if we start with the Jokerz, so if I grab one of our lovely miniatures here and show him off, he is a big, nasty guy. But he does have that pure anarchist look to him. So
exactly.
To start off with
Jokerz.
The Jokerz, they do look like, you know, it's that old Batman saying, some men just want to watch the world burn.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
and that's typically the outlook of the Jokerz. Mainly, they're all about destruction and chaos. They're like, okay, the world burned to the ground, and we survived, and now we don't care about anything except getting high, drinking, and killing.
Right, so basically these guys are going nuts. They've just said, okay, world's gone, I'm having fun. I'm just going to live my life, I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, what, you have a nice house there. I like that house. I like that house. I do like that house. So that would be the very basics of the Jokerz, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what's their playstyle like? Do they like to get in close, you know, big weapons, or do they like to stand back and throw daggers at you?
Okay, the Jokerz, one thing to bear in mind is they are one of the first factions we developed. So they have a long history now, and you have many ways of playing them. The first one is obviously, like you said, shooting daggers, trying to get the people from a distance, because they may be completely crazy, but they're still humans. This is important. In the world, humans are not the monsters they can be.
Right, so it's basically they're not a brute faction.
Yeah. You can have some really strong fighters, but they're really the exceptions. So the main play style of the Jokerz is get them at a distance. And once they're dead, you can go pillage the corpse, on that sort of thing. Okay,
that's perfect. So we'll say that's the Jokerz. Guys, what do you think so far? Jokerz tickling your fancy, maybe? All right. What's your next faction? I'll let you guys pick the next one that we show off here. So, because I mean, like, you guys have brought in all the beautiful studio painted minis, which are absolutely lovely. So, give me a faction.
We'll go with maybe the ISC.
Okay, put them right here. So this is one of our Oriental robots, and this is the faction that has really captured Lloyd's imagination, just because of that lovely mecha Oriental style that they have. Now, again, I've read the fluff a little bit, and from what I understand, during the fall of humanity, some people decided to create giant underground bunkers, which were ran by an AI, which I think is called Noah. And I assume these guys are sort of its avatars within the world.
Exactly. exactly.
So what is the purpose of this faction?
So purpose of the ISC. So exactly, like you said, the robots are controlled by the AI. So their main purpose is to go to the surface from the vaults and explore the surface to see if the radiation or if it is possible for human life to grow back on Earth.
Okay.
And obviously, they meet with our fellow.
Yes,
fellow
those
factions.
who were not fortunate enough to have a place in the arcs.
Exactly. And when they meet these people, when you meet Jokerz, and the first thing you get thrown at is Molotov cocktails or daggers, you're they're not like, okay, those are not friendly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so basically the machine has walked out and went, humans have survived. What is this like? Okay, no.
This is not
That
mankind.
is bad human. That is a bad human.
We need to make some test on it.
Yes, because I remember reading in the fluff as well, the actual Noah has actually set up some cities where it's controlling humans and trying to force them to live in a specific style. Now this sounds really creepy to me.
Yeah, it's creepy because, as a matter of fact, when they try to explore the surface with the robot, they see that it's not fit for what we call normal life. So they keep people in the vaults and say, no, don't go on the surface. It's not safe. We continue to live here, and we'll wait a little more.
Let the barbarians kill themselves.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Or more accurately, let the robots kill the barbarians, so you can go.
And after that, we can go out and...
So Noah is now on a cleanse mission to actually turn Eden into the Garden of Eden.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I do love the style of these. They have a beautiful, like I said, Mecha Oriental style. Anybody who likes that kind of thing, this is definitely going to be a faction for you. Now, play style. What are these guys like on the table?
They're one of a kind, if you want, because as robots, you cannot hurt them the way you hurt normal fighters, normal humans. They have big armors, they're very, very strong. In terms of game, they cost a lot of points. So you have very, very little of them on the table. They're very highly specialized fighters, and they can do all sorts of things.
Okay.
But if one falls, it's gonna cost you a lot.
Okay, so what, these guys are sort of Swiss Army knife soldiers. They can fulfill multiple roles?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right, well, I mean, like, I do like that idea of just having a small elite force, which is just going to run around the table and be able to take care of multiple situations.
Yeah.
It scares me to see big, heavy stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because there are going to be times whenever, oh crap, he killed my big guy. Okay, all I've got is the little guys, and they've just got shivs. Let's go. Let's have a go. Come here. I'll have you. Okay, so next faction up. Let's pick somebody else.
Resistance?
Can I please put in my favorite miniature?
Please do.
Because this is Dante.
Yes.
And I'm sure everybody can exactly guess why I like this guy. He has that glorious beard and a dome, quite like myself.
I tried to have the same, but it takes a long time.
Oh yes.
Time to grow.
This I think I've been growing for 2.5 months.
No, only?
Not bad.
Not bad.
You know, it'll get there. It'll get there. Every time I take this thing off, there is a cry of outrage from the community of just, no, why? But, okay, Dante's Angels. Who are these guys?
Dante's Angels came up last year in the World of Eden.
Okay.
So it's a little bit like the Jokerz. They are on the side of humanity saying, okay, everything went to heck, but we still have cool motorcycles, so we can go full throttle on the highway of desperation, and everyone on the way just
okay,
go out.
So are these guys, whereas the Jokerz are more about burning everything in front of them because it's entertaining and they like to watch the pretty flames, are these guys more along the lines of, hey, there's people there, they've got nice stuff, I'm gonna take his stuff?
That's a part of the thing. They're also more, I'd say, more structured. That's right.
So there's less of the anarchist, more
Yeah,
of the raider.
In the Jokerz, basically everyone went nuts, and it's really hard to have a cohesive group.
Okay.
The Angels, you have basically the Seraph, like like Zagan.
So
he's the big guy on the motorcycle. He's the leader.
Okay.
So they have hierarchy.
Yep, that's the word. It's basically him saying, I've got the motorcycle, I've got the glorious beard.
Yeah.
You follow the glorious beard. This is how this works. This is exactly how this works. This is law.
Yeah. What is important with Dance Angel is that that support to show that the universe of Eden evolve with time. Dance Angel come from at the beginning from two different factions. That's from Matriarchy and the Convoy guy who meet them and federate the Dance Angel. So that's why from beginning of Eden, that's 5 or 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Every time the universe evolve with the campaign. We have some campaign online.
Cool. We'll stick a link into the show notes below. People can have a look. But no, it's nice to see that the world grows and changes. Because there are some games that I've played, which shall remain nameless, which are just sat stagnant. Nothing has happened. We're still waiting on somebody to stand up. But this I like because it's constantly growing and changing. New technology is found, old technologies die out. You know, you run out of ammunition for your gun, and there's no more in the world. You're kind of screwed. Okay, so we'll move Zagan out the way. He is a beautiful miniature. Absolutely love him. Right, let's have a look at the matriarchy. If we have some of the miniatures here.
So we have basically sisters. And,
from
let's
matriarchy.
See about some slaves.
And the slave.
So this is very classical post-apocalyptic. Where it's, you know what, we don't have much in the way of weapons, so I'm going to turn a stop sign into a big axe, and I'm going to turn a car door into my shield.
Exactly.
You know, now I will assume that with these guys, they have to be the religious fanatics of the world. Yeah. You know, because you have the sisters who are quite nun-like, you know, leading the way. What's the whole purpose of these guys? What drives them?
That's personally one of my favorite factions. So stop me when I go too far. Sisters and the matriarchy in general started when Italy went to the war and everything burned. And few people met in a monastery. Monastery, is that right? And they were all nuns and some women, some men also. But when everything went wrong, the woman took charge and said, "Okay, war happened because of men. That's enough. Everything went to heck. Now we take charge and we do what we want to make it right." But they had a really strong religious side, and obviously they're very ambiguous faction because they're on the side of order. They want to restore civilization, but they go to any length to fulfill that thing.
Our way?
Yeah.
Or I have a dagger for you?
Yeah. Oh, no, not necessarily, because when they meet people, they still want to rebuild this society. So the woman they take, they indoctrinate, right?
Right. So the actual women of the new community?
Yeah.
Okay, so they get taught the way of the matriarchy?
Yeah. Brainwash them by way of different things. And the men get turned into slave.
Slave?
Slave, yeah.
Slave.
Slave.
Okay. So we have a horde of battle nuns approaching our settlement. What do we do? This is scary. Everything is scary in this world.
I'm sorry.
Even the nuns are scary in this world. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. So what's the play style of these guys? I will assume you will have male slaves being sent up the front just as the speed bumps to keep them busy, while the nuns just work their way around the board and start slicing people up.
Actually, you have two different ways of doing that. We have, for now, we have revealed two kinds of sisters. In the universe, there are 4 kinds of sisters. But the two are Black Order and Red Order. Red Order is really the battle nuns. They can do battle as the best of men. And the Black Sisters are more into pushing slaves in front.
Okay.
But the two uses the slaves differently. For the Red Sisters, it will be as backup or healing.
Yeah.
And the Black will be send them, go kill that guy, and we can boost you with different abilities.
Okay, so you have buff and support.
Yes,
exactly.
Buff and support. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very cool way because it gives you nice tactical options during your faction or during your games, and you can actually flip things around on your buddies whenever you decide. Right, this week I'm going to play red. Next week I'll play black. So it will keep your opponents on your toes, which I really like about this game.
You can also mix black and red if you want.
Okay.
And that gives you a different output. And you're like, okay, maybe this one as a fighter and more this one as support.
Okay, so this one you're going to have a lot of fun with your meta when you're actually building your forces.
Yeah.
Okay, that I like.
Yeah.
Okay, next faction. Who do we have?
Let's go with resistance. Yes,
we can.
Resistance.
Okay, so who are
this
resistance
little guy?
So, this is really cool. This is quite high tech.
Exactly.
I'm used to seeing people running around in rough gear.
Yeah.
Where is this little dude from?
They come from bunker from
for the ISC.
ISC.
People from the bunker, from the
So
vaults.
these are people who have just went, you want us to stay inside, but there's a world out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go explore.
Exactly.
Okay, so is this a full faction, or is this a mercenary faction, or what's going
No,
on?
we introduce it.
It's a full faction.
Yeah, okay.
It was introduced, like you said, a few years ago now, with a board game dedicated to introducing them in the world.
Ah, I see. I think
So
I remember it was
Escape
Fighting
yes.
for Freedom. Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
So it's a new faction, sort of, now not so new, but young, because they will rise up from vaults. Like you said, they had enough. They say, okay, but if there is life possible upstairs,
Yes.
outside,
Why are we still here?
yeah, we want to go outside. We want to live. And they tried to fight against the ISC that was controlling the vaults and managed to escape.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the game.
Yep, of course.
And the interesting part is, as they come from a very technological labs and environment, they take some with them because they were, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna need to grow food and that sort. So
we need
they bring batteries to provide electricity and to power tools and the sorts. And they have different batteries and different equipment that run on those batteries. And they can be powerful, but when the juice is out...
Does that translate into gameplay?
Exactly.
Yes. You have little batteries, units you can spend point to
Right.
increase your equipment.
I see.
And sometimes a different...
to boost your...
they also have a little robot with them, but not unlike the ISC that is AI controlled. You have a pilot with a little a gamepad or controlling system. I was like, okay, the robot, I control the robot. I don't want to be controlled by the robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they're in the
cool.
situation this is a toxic waste, we need to retrieve some stuff for us, but okay, let's send the robots. Okay.
Exactly. That's
See,
big.
I like the idea of this. It gives you a beautiful little cinematic image of a group of these escapees going down into an old part of the city, wiring up some batteries, getting an old tower block up and running, starting to run some of the old tech to see what they can get out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very, very cool, very, very nice faction, I think.
Yeah.
So I assume playstyle for these guys is going to be what? What's going to happen with it?
It's a very, how do you say, you can do a lot of different things. Depending on what you want, you have support, you have a little bit of everything. If you play with robots, that will be very different because the pilot is crucial. If the pilot is out, the robot will stay.
Ah, I see.
So you need to
to protect your pilots, but the robots are powerful or very useful depending on the situation. So you need to balance the use of both.
Right. Does your opponent know who the pilot is?
Yes.
Okay, that's important, because if you could hide your pilot, it could be quite fun to actually just say, oh, it could be any one of these three guys piloting it. Which one are you gonna go after?
No, in this situation, you know who you're going after.
That's fair
so
enough.
it's a little complicated, not complicated, but you have to protect your pilot. But you also have I'd say normal survivors with, for example, we don't have him here, but in the starters you have a big guy with exo armor.
Oh, very cool.
So it was for heavy lifting and carriage. And when you're in fighting, you're okay, but if I punch you with my mechanical arms, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
Very cool. Okay, do we have anyone else here that you would like to show off?
I think we have everyone. No, nothing. We can talk about the other one, but without showing miniatures. Is
That's
it all right?
absolutely fine if you like. Who are they?
We have 10 at this time. We have 10 factions.
We are up to 10 factions, so it's a lot. We'll go a little over everyone if you want.
Yeah, cool.
So we have another one. It's called the Horde.
Yes.
This one is a little bit different because they're not survivors in the normal way. They were on the world when it burned, and they go back to savage state.
Right.
So some people, you have human-like characters, but basically they're now all with savage beast, and they control the beast.
Okay, so this is very much going back to base instincts for some humans.
Exactly.
And you can control sometimes beasts and sometimes some degenerate people. Something like
ghouls or zombie-like creatures.
And then, again, from reading the fluff, the description of some of the horribly mutated creatures that now live in the world of Eden, being able to bring those onto the tabletop, very nice. So I'll assume this is very much a faction of, we are big, we are tough. By the way, I brought my dog. He might have got a little bit radioactive, so be careful of his bite. So, things like that.
You have that, or you can have a weaker human, so really all the shriveled up, but he's like, oh, but I brought my dogs, like 5-6 dogs.
Oh,
and you can have a lot of people. For example, I said ISC has like three fighters.
Yeah.
The Horde, you can have up to 6-7 fighters on the table.
Okay.
So obviously they're weaker.
Yeah. But you're getting more tactical options through the turn to activate this, that, the other, because the way the game plays with the alternate activations, it does leave you handy to have more people on the table because you can do more stuff.
Exactly. You have more action points, so you can do more things.
Yeah. Okay, so who's next?
Who's next? We got the Convoy. We mentioned the Convoy, but we haven't.
I love the look of the Convoy.
Convoy is typical survivors. Also, they have they look a bit like angels. Like we said, angels come from the Convoy. Convoy are also like we like to say the good people in Eden. A little bit like the Resistance. They try to survive without being burning everything or killing everyone they meet. We call them the Convoy because what's important in the world is finding fresh water.
Yes.
So they travel the land to find the fresh water supplies or spring.
Okay, so I'll assume they will find a spring, set up a small settlement there, and just drop off there once in a while to pick up fresh supplies.
And they draw the maps so they can go from spring to spring to maintain the balance and not consume everything in one spot and then move to the next. And people gather in this convoy and they take the road to the next spot, etc.
Cool, very cool.
And all humans, like I said before, so not the strongest, but they have a lot of possibilities. They're also good shooters, obviously because of hunting skills required to survive. And they're the good people because they're the faction with the most healers in the group.
Oh, okay.
So you can
healers I like because I've played a demo game of this, and they are important.
Yeah.
They are very important. If you can get a healer on the table in this game, do it.
Yeah, and in Convoy you can have even 2 healers if you want. So
Nice.
it's really a battle of how do you say this? Attrition.
Attrition, yes.
Attrition, yeah.
Yes.
So you guys get in the front. Maybe he'll get really badly hurt by an angels or
Yep.
an ISC robot.
Yep, down to his last point somewhere, and
And,
then just healer runs up and goes, "Oh, don't worry, buddy.
It's all right.
You're okay. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Go.
Go kill more.
And
Go
in
kill
the
more."
end, you can accomplish your goal.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, here I tell you what. We'll call it at that. We'll move across to beastofwar.com because, as with all of these shows, we do have a backstage version. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description below on this video. Come across, join us, and we will see you there.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kind of a tradition. And we also have online campaign.
Lovely.
That players can do the game as they want and register their game on the website.
Oh, very cool.
So this way the campaign will evolve and the world will evolve with the campaign.
Ah,
so
nice.
we already used this before last year. This was the best way for us to introduce Dante's Angels. The campaign.
It's time for 28mm World War II action. Will you recreate history or reshape it your way? On the Bolt Action Hub at beastsofwar.com. Humanity has been driven from Earth, but now it's time to take it back. Join the Reconquest and fight the Scourge on the Drop Zone Commander Hub at beastsofwar.com.